before the call of prayer echoed through bustling cities, before verses of the Quran resonated across valleys and mountains, before billions whispered his name in reverence, there was simply a child, born amidst the dry winds and rocky hills of Makkah. His beginnings were humble, marked by hardship and loss. His name was Muhammad, son of Abdullah, from the noble tribe of Quraysh. Before we dive deeper into Muhammad's remarkable life, we'd love to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? And what time is it there right now? It's always inspiring to see how a single story connects people across the world. Let us know in the comments below. Now, let's get back to this extraordinary journey. Even before Muhammad opened his eyes, tragedy had already touched his life. His father, Abdullah, passed away during a journey, leaving behind a pregnant wife who would soon give birth to a child destined for greatness. Just 6 short years later, his beloved mother, Amina, fell ill and passed away after returning from a journey, leaving Muhammad alone in a vast and unpredictable world. Heartbroken but resilient, Muhammad found comfort first in the loving embrace of his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, a respected elder of Quraysh, known for his kindness and wisdom. When his grandfather passed, Muhammad's uncle, Abu Talib, warmly took him into his care, becoming both his guardian and protector. Muhammad's childhood in the heart of Makkah was vibrant and complex. Makkah was a bustling city, a crossroads for caravans, brimming with exotic silks, fragrant spices, and fascinating tales from distant lands. The city buzzed with the sounds of trading, bargaining, and the vibrant exchanges of diverse cultures. Yet beneath its prosperity lay deep-rooted divisions and tribal rivalries. The Kaaba, originally established by Prophet Ibrahim as a symbol of monotheism, had become surrounded by hundreds of idols worshipped by people who had forgotten their original spiritual heritage. Amidst this busy city life, Muhammad grew into a young man marked by an extraordinary character. He was quiet, thoughtful, and observant, known especially for his integrity and fairness. His reputation as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, was widespread. Traders trusted him with their most valuable goods, and his words became known for their truthfulness and wisdom. Even as a young man, he stood out distinctly, his kindness and humility leaving a lasting impression on those around him. One person who deeply noticed and admired Muhammad's qualities was Khadija, a prominent and successful businesswoman. Impressed by his honesty and noble character, she entrusted Muhammad with her trading caravans, where he brought great profits due to his fair dealings and insightful judgment. Eventually, moved by his integrity and compassionate nature, she proposed marriage. Their union became legendary, marked by mutual respect, unwavering loyalty, and deep love. Khadija's wisdom, patience, and steadfast support would later become Muhammad's greatest strength during challenging times. Yet a profound moment of destiny was still ahead. For many years, Muhammad would retreat to a small, secluded cave on Mount Hira, seeking solitude from the busy life of Makkah. Under the expansive desert skies, he pondered deeply about life's purpose, humanity's struggles, and the nature of the divine. Then, one extraordinary night, when Muhammad was 40, a powerful presence filled the cave. Suddenly, the angel Jibril appeared, commanding him, "Iqra." "Read." Muhammad, overwhelmed and deeply shaken, responded humbly, "I cannot read." But the angel repeated the command again and again. Each time, divine words flowed from Muhammad's lips, powerful verses of revelation that would become the Quran, the ultimate guide for humanity. Deeply shaken by this life-changing experience, Muhammad hurried home to Khadija, trembling with awe and fear. He whispered urgently, "Cover me," and Khadija wrapped him in warmth and reassurance. Recognizing the divine nature of what had occurred, she brought him to her knowledgeable cousin, Waraka ibn Nawfal, who immediately confirmed Muhammad's prophetic calling. Thus began Muhammad's profound mission, one that would challenge corruption, uplift the oppressed, and change the course of history forever. His message was revolutionary. Mercy above cruelty, justice over oppression, compassion in place of hostility. He did not call people to wealth or power, but to worship one God, care for the weak, speak the truth, and abandon tribal arrogance. His teachings demanded that the slave be seen as equal to the master, the poor treated with dignity, and women respected as full human beings. It was a message of radical love in a society built on hierarchy and dominance. But for the leaders of Quraysh, it was a threat. They mocked him, slandered him, and tried to buy him off offering riches, status, even kingship if he would simply stop preaching. But Muhammad stood firm, famously replying, "Even if they placed the sun in my right hand and the moon in my left, I would never abandon this call." When persuasion failed, they turned to violence. His followers were tortured, chained, starved. Bilal, a black slave, was dragged through the streets and crushed beneath stones. Yet he cried out, "Ahad, one God, one God." Sumayyah, a woman of unwavering faith, became Islam's first martyr when she was murdered before her husband and son. The cruelty knew no bounds. Muhammad himself was insulted, spat upon, and attacked. Once, while in prayer, animal entrails were dumped on his back. Yet he never responded with anger or revenge. Instead, he prayed for their guidance. He wept for them. He asked Allah to open their hearts, not strike them down. When his beloved protector Abu Talib died, and Khadijah shortly after, the attacks intensified. Seeking refuge, he went to the city of Taif, only to be mocked and pelted with stones by its people. Bleeding and heartbroken, he took shelter beneath a tree and prayed not for punishment, but for mercy. "As long as you are not angry with me, I do not mind," he whispered to God. Even in rejection, his heart remained full of compassion. And then came a light. A group from the city of Yathrib, a place torn by tribal warfare, heard of Muhammad and invited him to be a peacemaker and leader. With divine permission, Muhammad and his followers made the historic Hijrah, the migration that would transform Yathrib into Medina, the radiant city. In Medina, Islam would blossom into a full society built not on bloodline or power, but on mutual care, equality, justice, and mercy. Eventually, Muhammad returned triumphantly to Makkah, not with revenge, but with unprecedented forgiveness, pardoning even those who had once plotted to kill him. Muhammad departed from this world gently, his head lovingly resting in the lap of his devoted wife, Ajah. He left behind no material wealth, but a priceless legacy of compassion, justice, and unshakable faith. Today, over 1.8 billion people worldwide continue to find guidance and inspiration from Muhammad's extraordinary life. He was a prophet, a shepherd, a merchant, a husband, a father, a friend, and a leader who changed history through mercy and love rather than power and force. Tonight, as you rest, remember that once in the sands of Arabia, a child was born. A child who, with the gentle power of compassion, humility, and divine truth, forever transformed humanity. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, peace be upon you.